A multi-leaf spring where the camber is fitted to the chassis of an automobile over a span of 1.2 meters to absorb shock due to a maximum load of 20 kilonewtons. Okay, the spring material can sustain a maximum stress of 0.4 gigapascal. And all the leaves of the spring were to receive the same stress. Okay, so all the leaves are to be the same stress. The spring is required at least 2 full-length leaves out of 8 leaves. So 2 full-length leaves out of 8 leaves. And the leaves are bolted over a span of 150 mm width at the middle. Design the spring for the maximum deflection of 50 mm. This is the question. So here we need to design a leaf spring. We need to design a leaf spring with 2 master leaves and 6 graduated leaves. So IF is 2 and IG is 6. Okay. And then total length is 1.2 meters and the length of the central band is 150 mm. That is 150 mm and this is 1200 mm. Okay. So effective length is L minus
LB by 2.
So 1200 minus 150 by 2. So it is
525 mm.
525 mm. And the load is 20 kilonewton. What is that load? Yes, the load is 20 kilonewton. So that is 2F is equal to 20 kilonewton. So F is 10 kilonewton. So F is 10 kilonewton. And here the stress, the spring material can sustain a maximum stress of 0.4 gigapascal, and all the leaves of the spring will receive shear stress. That is equalized stress. That is sigma, that is equal to 0.44, 0.4 gigapascal. That is 0.4 into 10 power 3 Newton per mm square. Okay, and the deflection is 50 mm. So the deflection is limited to 50 mm. And I think we need the value of E. So here the spring material is not given. Okay, here just the maximum stress is given. So this 0.4 gigapascal is somewhat is related to steel only. So we can take E as 210 gigapascal. Okay. Any doubt in the question?
No, sir.
So we need to find B, H, camber C, and load on the central band. So we need to find all these. Okay. So to find first to find the size of or leaf. So to find the size of the leaf, I need to use the equations related to stress and deflection. Okay. So the equalized stress, that is sigma, that is equal to alpha dash FL by I B dash H square. Okay, this is from equation 20.18, design data handbook. Okay, so and the deflection, that is the maximum deflection y, that is given by the equation beta FL cube by BI B dash H cube. So for this we need the values for alpha dash and beta. So from table 20.7, the table. From table 20.7, the table is like this. Constant cantilever increase proportion. Okay. Alpha, beta, alpha dash, beta dash. So for cantilever, alpha is 12 by 2 plus r, beta is again 12 by 2 plus r, alpha dash is 6 and beta dash is 2. And for simply supported, it is 3 by 2 plus r, 3 by 4 times 2 plus r, and here is 1.5 and this is 1 by 8. Okay, this is table 20.7. So from table 20.7, for the cantilever type of strength, that is from table 20.7, alpha dash is 6 and beta dash is 2. Alpha is 12 by 2 plus r, where this alpha is same as beta, where r is I dash by I, that is IF by I. So how many full length leaves? How many full length leaves? There are 2 full length leaves and total 8 leaves. That is 2 by 8. So 2 by 8 is 0.25. So the values of alpha and beta are so it is 12 divided by 2.25, that is 5.33. Okay. Any doubt?
No, sir.
So now let's use the first equation. Let us use this. So this is the first equation. So here sigma is 0.4 gigapascal, that is 0.4 into 10 power 3. That is equal to alpha dash for cantilever beam is 6 multiplied by f is 10 kilonewtons, that is 10 into 10 power 3. The length is 525 mm. So divided by I is the total number of leaves, that is 8 multiplied by b dash. Therefore, b dash square is
9843.75.
Mm-hmm.
9843.75.
9843.
0.75.
Okay. Okay. And similarly, from the equation of deflection, the deflection equation is y is equal to beta FL cube by EI b dash h cube. So where y is the maximum deflection, that is 50 mm, that is equal to the value of beta is, what is the value of beta? The value of beta is 5.33. 5.33 is 10 into 10 power 3 into 525 cube, that divided by 210 into 10 power 3 into 8 into b dash h cube, or b dash h cube is equal to So the answer is it is 9181.7.57. So this is b dash h cube. Now say this is equation 1 and this is equation 2. Okay, by dividing 1 and 2, by dividing 2 by 1, it is b dash h cube is equal to 91817, and that divided by b dash h square, that is equal to 9843. So here b dash will get cancelled, h square will get cancelled, so h is equal to 9.32, or we can say,
9.327.
so we can take h as 10 mm, and from equation 2, or we can take equation 1, from equation 1, b dash h square is equal to 9843, or b dash is equal to 9843 by h square. So that is 9843 by 10 square is 100. So b dash is 98.43 mm, or you can say this 100 mm. Okay, any doubt?
No, sir.
So the next is camber. We need to find the value of camber. Okay, the camber C is equal to beta dash SL cube by I b dash E H cube. So you know all the values here. So tell me the answer for camber. So what is the answer for camber?
What is
What is beta dash?
Beta dash is 2, sir.
Beta dash is 2. That is 2.
2 into 10,000 into 525 to the power 3, 8 into 100, sir. 210 GPa into h cube. 9.32.
No, we have chosen it as 10 now. H is 10 mm and B dash is 100 mm. That is 17.22 mm.
22. 17.22 mm.
So this is camber. And what is the load of the central band? What is the load on the central band? That is FB, that is equal to F IGIF that divided by I into 2 times IG plus 3 times IF. So that is 2 into 10 into 10 power 3 multiplied by 6 is the number of graduated leaves and 2 is the full length leaf. That is equal to that divided by 8 into 2 times 6 plus 3 times 2. So this FD is 1,666.66 Newton or 1.7 kilonewton. Okay, so this is a load on the central band. Any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay, a car weighing 90 Newton empty has a seating capacity of 5 passengers weighing 600 Newton. It has a wheelbase of 2000 mm and has a CB, that is center of gravity, at 1100 mm behind the front axle. The car is supported on a 4 cylinder long semi-elliptical frame of 840 mm between the axle frame. Design is suitable using the factor of pressure 1.5 and two stress of 0.84 gigapascal. The static loads are to be multiplied by a load factor of 2.5 to allow impact load. The maximum deflection of the lead is equal to 50 mm and the number of full length leads is 2 and graduated leads is 1. So this is the question. So here, this is the thing that if I say this is a car, this is a car, and this is the front axle, and this is the rear axle. Okay. There is a CG. This is a distance of 1100 mm from the front axle. And this is rear. So in the front, from the front axle, it is 1100 mm. And what is the wheel base? Wheel base is having a distance between the front axle and the rear axle, that is 2000 mm. Okay. So the load, what is the load? Total load. Total load. What is the total load on the frame? Here we have the
600 Newton, sir.
Here we have 4 frames. Okay. So what is the total load?
600 Newton, sir.
Load on the screen. No. Here, the car weighs 9,000 Newton. And it has a seating capacity of 5 passengers with 600 Newton. Okay. So the total load is weight of the car plus weight of the passenger. Right. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
And here one more data is given. The static load are to be multiplied by a load factor of 2.5 to allow the impact load. So whatever the load which we are talking about is 9,000 Newton is a static load. So it has
Sir,
to
your
be
voice is
multiplied
not
by a
clear.
factor of 2.5. See, the car weight is around is 9,000 Newton, and the weight of the 5 passengers weight is 600 Newton each. And the static loads are to be multiplied by a load factor of 2.5 to allow the impact load. So whatever the load you get here, that has to be multiplied by load factor. So the total load is 9,000 Newton plus 5 into 600, and that multiplied by 2.5. So this is the total load on 4 springs. What is the total load?
Hmm? 30,000 Newton.
It is
30,000 Newton.
30,000 Newton. So this is the total load. So load on each spring, therefore the load on each spring, how many springs are there here?
4, sir.
It is given as the car is to be supported on 4 similar long semi-elliptical springs of 840 mm length between the shackle pins. Okay. So the load on each spring is 30,000 divided by 4.
7.5 kilonewton.
So it is 1.5 kilonewton. See, if you consider the spring like this is known as shackle pin. Okay, this end is known as shackle. Okay, this is shackle pin. The distance between the shackle pin is 840 mm, and this 7.5 kilonewton load is acting here. Okay, so if you divide that as a cantilever beam, this is F. So F is again 7.5 into 10 power 3 divided by 2. It is 37.5 kilonewton. So the load is 37.5 kilonewton. That is the load. Is it correct?
Yes, sir.
Is it correct? Is it correct? Whatever I have done is correct or wrong? Hmm?
Yes, sir.
No, this is wrong. This is not correct. Why? Because the total, where does this total load is acting? It is acting on the spring. It is acting on the CG. Okay. It is acting on the CG. So now, now we can say that all the load is concentrated on the CG. And now, to know the load on each spring, I need to take the moments about the front axle and the rear axle. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So how to take the moment? Take the moment. Take the moment about front axle. So what is the, if I take the moment about the front axle, what is RA? See, from here we need to take, so that is, if I take the moment about the front axle, I take the moment about the front axle, it is reaction RA multiplied by the total length. It is RA multiplied by 2000. Okay, that is equal to 30,000, which is load acting on CG, and it is at a distance of 1100 mm. Thirty thousand into 1100, that divided by 2000.
Sir, RA is 16,500, sir.
So RA is 16,500. That is, this is the load which is shared by the front axle. Front axle or rear axle? I forgot how to take the moment. Or remember, see, if I take the side view of the car, see, it looks like this. The car looks like this. Okay. So the overall length is 2000, and the PG is a distance of 1100. Okay. This is front and this is rear. Now, if you want to take the moment about this point, that is front axle, say this is O, the point O, then how will you take the moment? So this is the load where 30,000 Newton is applying, is acting. So there will be a reaction from the reaction, and there will be a force about the CG. So how to take the moment? It is RA R multiplied by the perpendicular distance, that is 1000 and 2000. If you say the upward is positive, then the downward will become negative. So plus R into 2000 minus 30,000 into 1100, that is equal to 0. So R is 16,500 Newton, that is fine. But this is the reaction from the rear. So R is, this is the load on the rear axle. Okay, and for equilibrium, sum of all the forces should be equal to 0. So what are the forces? The upward forces are RA plus RB. Or we can say this is R reaction at the rear axle. So RF and RR, that is equal to 30 Newton. RR is 16,500. Therefore, reaction at the front axle is 13,500. So load on the rear axle is 16,500 and load on the front axle is 13,500, because CG is not at the center. Is it clear? So now, which load you need to consider to design the spring? You need to consider the load on the rear axle to design the spring. Okay, so this load 16,500 is divided by 2 springs, so that is 8,250. That is only each spring. So the each, and it is again divided by